Good Lord, good Lord, good Lord. I don't know what to make of this Clippers team. Oh my God. So congratulations to the Dallas Mavericks for taking game 5. For some reason, nobody in this series can win at home. So we should expect the Clippers to beat the Mavericks in game 6, and then the Mavericks are going to win in game 7. I just don't know. The home team hasn't been able to win. And for some reason, the home team has just struggled. They've struggled in their games. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think, man. Luka was spectacular. First half, 27 points. He was absolutely pissing on every one of those defenders. They put so many defenders on Luka. None of them they couldn't guard him at all. He was just pissing on them, taking step back threes. I think he hit his first 5 threes. He was killing this team. They still don't know how to guard Luka. I mean, I just don't understand what the mentality is regarding Luka. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Porzingis has been a complete disappointment. I mean, he hit a good 3 with about 2 minutes to go in this game. But overall, Porzingis has just been a disappointment. He has not been the co-star that Luka's needed. He's been an absolute disappointment. And honestly, I can see why Knicks fans are happy he's no longer with them, because he hasn't done anything for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. came along with Luka today, and that's all you really need if you're the Mavericks. All you need is for somebody to come along with Luka, and they can win the game. That's it. Because Luka's going to drop 30, 35, sometimes 40 points. He just needs somebody to come alongside him. And if Porzingis is not going to do it, someone else got to step up. Hardaway stepped up today. He came up clutch. He did his thing. Good for him. Mavericks, they're looking nice, but I still have concerns, man. Whenever Luka goes to the bench, this team they don't know how to score. They cannot generate points on offense. It's like Luka has to be on the court for these guys to hit their shots. As soon as Luka goes, they can't find their shots. They're missing open threes. They can't do anything. But once Luka gets back on the floor, all of a sudden, the threes they were missing, they're making now. And the shots they couldn't find earlier on, they're getting set up by Luka. They're hitting it. So this Mavericks team's going to have to find a way to operate when Luka goes to the bench, because he's going to need his rest. They have to figure that out. That is if they can get out of this series. They're leading 3-2, so let's see if they can close it out in Dallas for game 6. We'll see what happens there. Moving on to the Clippers. I might come back to the Mavericks later, but we got to talk about this Clippers team. The Clippers are such a confusing team. I think the best way to describe them is chaotic. You don't know what you're getting from the Clippers. And it has to just do with the fact that you really just don't know what you're going to get from your stars. Paul George today wasn't terrible. In the fourth quarter, he got stripped a couple times. He turned the ball over. He did not look good. But shooting the ball, he wasn't bad. It's just for the most part, he got into foul trouble early, so he had to sit down. And especially in that third quarter, he had to sit down because he had 4 fouls, and they were going to need him for the fourth. So, yeah, Paul George wasn't terrible today. He could have been better, but he was really in foul trouble. He made a couple mistakes. He was a little bit reckless with the ball, but there's not much I can ask from Paul George. I'm more so looking at Kawhi Leonard tonight. Kawhi Leonard tonight was a disgrace. Kawhi Leonard tonight was absolutely terrible. Kawhi Leonard tonight did not know what he was doing. It's like in the second half, Kawhi completely forgot how to play basketball. In the first half, he wasn't shooting the ball well, and that's because the Mavericks were double teaming him. And that double team was frustrating Kawhi. He couldn't get to the paint. They were not going to let him get to the basket. And it caused him to force up a lot of shots that he just wasn't hitting. He couldn't get a rhythm because of that double team. But in the first half, he was still trying to do what he was doing. He had 11 points in the first half. Second half, it was just a mistake. It was disgraceful. Like, you got into that third quarter. As soon as we saw Paul George go to the bench, Kawhi now had to lead the team. And that double team cracked him. Once that double team got to him, all of a sudden, Kawhi Leonard just completely forgot how to play basketball. I mean, he's completely reckless dribbling the basketball. He's turning the ball over in some of the worst possible ways I've ever seen this man turn the ball over. He's missing all types of shots. He's taking reckless shots. I mean, Kawhi Leonard was an offensive liability in the second half. He couldn't do anything right. I don't understand where he was. It was bad. Reggie Jackson today. Reggie Jackson, I don't know what to make of him. He hit like 4 threes today. He was good, but he was also reckless with the ball as well. Sometimes Reggie Jackson, you're going to get what you get from him. He's going to give you good plays. He's going to make threes sometimes, but, you know, there's going to be other times where he makes boneheaded mistakes or he just makes reckless plays, and you just got to deal with it. Other than that, for the most part, the Clippers team as a whole, offensively, they didn't know what they were doing because they rely on their stars to do everything for them. And there was nothing there. There was no rhythm on offense. There was no flow. They didn't know what they were doing, and they were just reckless with the basketball. I don't know what to tell you. Offensively, they were a mess. Defensively, they were also a mess. I have a question here. We see with the Dallas Mavericks, their game plan today was that they were not going to let Kawhi Leonard get in any kind of a rhythm, so they double teamed him. Why aren't the Clippers doing the same for Luka? It's clear as day to everybody that Luka drives this team. He drives the offense. They cannot consistently get anything going if Luka is not playing well. And if he's not setting them up, nothing's going to happen. So why aren't they double teaming Luka? I can live with an open three from anybody else if they gets the ball out of Luka's hands. I will take an open shot over a step back Luka three any day, especially in this series, because the way this man's shooting the ball against the Clippers, you don't want the ball in his hands. But for some reason, the Clippers refuse to double team. Instead, they're content. They are content with consistently switching and allowing Rondo or Reggie Jackson to guard this man. Why? Why are they content with that? I don't understand. Kawhi Leonard was terrible today. He was terrible offensively. You would think him being the best defender on the team, you would think he would want to take the assignment of guarding Luka. But no! No, you would think, okay, Kawhi, you're not having the best game. You're not shooting the ball well. You're pretty much an offensive liability right now. You're not doing anything well offensively on the floor. Why don't you put all of your energy on guarding Luka and make sure he doesn't get going? Now, Luka in the second half, he didn't get it going the same way he did in the first half, but he was still vibing. He was still doing his thing. Kind of struggled in the fourth quarter, but he was setting up his guys. He made shots when he needed to. But Kawhi, I don't understand what Kawhi was today. He was bad. He was bad. Like, this is one of those performances, like, you just wonder what Kawhi was doing. Like, this was Game 7 versus the Nuggets type of bad. I don't know where Kawhi was today. I never thought I would see him be this reckless with the basketball. That's why you have Skip Bayless on Twitter. I never thought I'd hear Skip Bayless say this, but this man said, get Kawhi Leonard off the floor. He's not doing anything right. When Skip is saying that, you know it's bad. But yeah, Kawhi was he was a liability today in the second half. I don't know what happened. But I just don't know what the Clippers are gonna do. Ty Lue, you gotta figure this out. But here's the surprising thing. Despite Kawhi playing bad, despite this offense being a mess, despite everything that happened and them not being able to guard Luka, it was a 10-point game with about 2 minutes left. The Clippers went on a run and dropped it to a 1-point game. It was 101-100. They got it to a 1-point game. The clock is ticking. You're under 30 seconds now. They managed to steal the ball. Down 1. Now the clock is ticking, 19, 18 seconds. This is their chance to set up a good play, get a quality shot, hopefully take the lead. If not, try to drive, get some contact, go to the free throw line, and hopefully at least you tie the game with one of 2 free throws. Who knows? What the Clippers do is they push the ball, which I don't mind. They push the ball. It was a good pass. Player got stripped. Next thing you know, here comes Batum. He gets the rebound and blows the layup. He blows the layup. And I'm wondering, like, how did he miss that? You got Dom on Twitter just saying, Batum, dunk the ball. What are you doing? Dom, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about... Batum's kind of old. I don't know if he can actually dunk the ball at this point, but yeah, he just blew the layup. He blew the layup, and credit to the Mavericks defense. They managed to get the ball back. And now free throws. So it's a 3-point game. 8 seconds left. Timeout, the Clippers. They blew a great opportunity to take the lead and potentially the game, despite the fact that they had not been playing well at all in the second half. And they come back from the timeout. They get the ball to Kawhi Leonard. And what does Kawhi do? He just forces up a 3 in the corner, airballs it. He airballs it, and that was just the game. So the Mavericks, I believe they get the 105-100 win. They close us out. They get the 3-2 lead in this series, and we're heading back to Dallas with who knows what. So both LA teams are on the verge of being eliminated. The Lakers are on the verge of elimination because Anthony Davis is not playing. The Clippers are on the verge of elimination because they're a bunch of choke artists that can't get the job done down the stretch. This is funny. So who's going to mess up first? I can't wait. Will the Lakers go down in game 6? Who knows? I can't wait to see what LeBron's got prepared for game 6. Could he keep this team alive before it's a game 7? Who knows? As for the Clippers, can they get a win in Dallas again? For some reason, the home team has not won a game in this series, so maybe the Clippers can force a game 7. Who the hell knows? We'll see what happens there, but that's really all I gotta say here. The Clippers are such a confusing team. I don't know how to gauge them. One minute they'll have a stretch where they look like one of the best teams in the league and a legit championship contender, and the other minute they'll look like the choke artists we all expect them to be. Overall, I'm just going to call them a chaotic team, but I'm going to call them more so a choking team because all they've done so far is choke. Choke, choke, choke. They can't stop one man. One man. Ty Lue, figure this out, man. Because offense, there's no rhythm on offense. You can't consistently score. Everyone's callously turning the ball over, just being reckless with the basketball. Defensively, it's a mess. No one wants to double team Luka, despite the fact that he's literally the catalyst for the Dallas Mavericks offense. If he can't play well, they don't play well. So maybe double team him and see how that works out. Or better yet, put Kawhi on him. Put Kawhi or Paul George. Why are they so content on making these switches? They don't fight over screens. They're perfectly fine letting the switch happen, and Luka continues to bully time and time again. He'll bully Rondo or he'll bully Reggie Jackson. What are you going to do with that? And they continue to wonder why Luka's dropping 40. I don't know, man. I don't know. With that being said, we'll see what happens in game 6, man. This is getting very interesting. I can't wait to see how the series is going. Honestly, I hope the Mavericks win. I really hope the Mavericks win because this will be an epic trolling performance by many people. The memes and the jokes that will come towards the Clippers if they blow the series will be fantastic. Also, that probably means Kawhi is out of he's out of LA. Well, probably I don't know. He'll probably go to another team, but he's not being with the Clippers if they blow this game. So we'll see what happens in game 6. With that being said, that's all I got, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.